There we go. Hello, hello. It's good to see you, Rune, and it's good to see you too, Will. Hey. I was actually right before starting the stream. I was actually trying to see if I could get Open Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 to work, because that's been my new hyper focus this week. Someone posted a Roller Coaster Tycoon video in my Discord, and I was like, huh, I haven't played that game in a while. I at some point as a kid, I somehow managed. I didn't have the full like edition with all the extra parks. I just had the classic basic edition from Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. But what it was in that game is you had to complete all the parks first before you could get access, or maybe not all the parks, but a pretty large amount of them before you could get access to the just out of park roller coaster creator where you just could create stuff. And I remember doing that as a kid. So somehow as a kid I managed to get through it all. And then I switched computers, and I know I completed most of the parks the second time. I switched computers again, and I lost all my saves again. And now I had it on Steam. I've only ever played 3, and that's one the big name area because you cannot kill your peeps. Yeah, I mean, at that point, like generally, if you're trying to complete a scenario, you want to avoid the whole people dying thing. They generally don't like that. There should be a consequence to like passing up your roller coasters, you know. Or being not so careful with removing your pathways whilst trying to redo stuff. Peeps drown really fast. Like, they're in the water for a second and then they're gone. Like, I'm sorry. I get you can't swim. But jeez. Give me like half a minute to get you out of there. But yeah, I've been I know I didn't do all the parks on my older computer, like on my Steam. I know I did a lot of them, both the extra added parks of the 2 packs and some of the base ones, but I didn't do all of them. Now I'm like, I will do all the parks at some point. Because but the thing is, to make it work on this computer, I couldn't make it work on Windows 11. So I looked up how to make it work, and then people were like, well, you could just use Open Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. And I was like, what is that? And it's basically just a thing. And that's like not really modernized, it's like an altered version of the game that will run on modern computers. And also, let me, by the way, check what we still need to do. Need to decide 30 minutes with Llama and 99 with Giovanna and Gennaro. So we have not reached 99 with Giovanna, apparently. Did we? Okay, yeah, Llama. Let's try Llama first. Let's try Axe Lady. Yeah, not only does it remove a valuable element of difficulty and consequence from the game, but also prevents the mandatory creation of dead parks. Yeah. Just like in Sims, there's a mandatory collection of ghosts. At least in Sims 3, because they had different colors depending on how they died. In Roller Coaster Tycoon, at least one time in your playthrough, you have to make a death coaster. It's not a Vampire Survives the Night, eh? Yeah, so I was thinking of Roller Coaster Tycoon, but I couldn't get that to work this morning. Like, I couldn't get it to get captured through, I'd have to fiddle with the settings. I was actually planning before that on playing Solomon Dark, but I also have not set that up because I had a busy week. In instance for their color, of course, depends purely on emotions. Everything in the game comes back to emotions. Yeah, and it's not even incorporated that well. The catch 'em all element ruined in favor for a cheap gimmick. Yeah. They do, I believe, still have that they, depending on how they died, they have different effects. It's not really, I don't know. There's a lot of things that aren't as good in Sim. Like, I really wish they'd at the very least allowed if you got into zones where you could just easily, you know, enter a neighbor's house without having to reload the entire zone. That'd be swell. But no. No such thing. Let's go to Axe Lady. I think Gallow Tower would be pretty good. Inlaid Library might also be good. Let's go with the Inlaid Library, because Axe Lady is pretty tough. And I think the Inlaid Library is a little bit easier. Let's try and get Axe Lady to level 9. We did have some Arcanas now, because we still have a lot more to find. There might be more things to unlock I just don't know about yet. Oh yeah, that's what we unlocked last time, the Boogaloo of Illusions. Overall area continuously changes between... Okay, yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. Lost and found. So these are continuously changing ones. We don't want that. That's inconsistent. At least last time with this one it was really... and I can't imagine this being... nice. We might... No, there's nothing with the axe. Well, I mean this one, but we don't want that. I think we might want to go with the bounce one, because we're in the library. I remember hearing a rumor that may not have been true. I didn't look at that. Sims 4 was initially supposed to be an online game, but the disaster that was the new SimCity got them to change their mind mid-development, which is why a lot of features still carry the cheapness of an always online game. I don't know about that. It's... I mean, it's definitely more optimized than Sims 3, but it's still pretty heavy on the computer. I don't... Or do you mean like an online, always online game, as in an online game on the computer? Yeah, I don't know. That really helps. This explains that like the missing creative style and open world, but the state of the game is still unforgivable. Yeah. I think the biggest thing is that it's just not fun. Like, it's Sims 3 I could play for hours and hours and still have stuff to do and enjoy doing it, even doing the same thing a couple times. But Sims 4 just... I don't know. The gameplay lacks what made it fun. And I can't exactly point to what it... Song of Mana, my love. We also still want to upgrade this, and I think we don't have the skill unlocked yet for it, because we need to get Llama to level, no, survive 30 minutes with Llama. Get that. We are going to take... Are we gonna go double burp, double gun? Yes. No toddlers for the first 3 years. That's not even beta level stuff. Yeah, when the game out of the box, no pull. There was no pull out of the box. I remember being like, what the heck? Actually, I don't even remember there being proper ghosts out of the box. Pull and ghosts were one of the first things they added in. But I'm sorry, Sims 3 at least was a fully functional game out of the box. Yeah, it got a little buggy with all the added like expansion packs. It introduced bugs, but like the base version of Sims 3, if you don't let it update, is stable completely. I've played it that way once because I don't know, I didn't have internet or anything. I remember just not having it updated. And I was like, surprised by, oh dang, there's so much stuff actually. Like, you don't have basements and things, but I didn't have any crash at all. It just worked. Sims 4 is the only game I've ever played where I have had to fight to have fun. It actively countered my attempts to find some enjoyment in it. And whenever I did enjoy myself in spite of its ever bizarre experience, yeah. Which is a shame. Because one, I paid a lot of money for that game. Younger me was quite disappointed. We are going to focus on the axe first over Song of Mana, because axe can be upgraded. Song of Mana we cannot. And it's just, I like Sims as a franchise. Seeing it in the state that it's in makes me sad. We are going to grab that at some point, but we might try the same trick as we did before with items, where we take it as our 7th item. I also kind of want to try and get the upgraded pentagram, because, you know, I like that one. We are not going to take the kitties, because someone's Garprictius? Garprictius? Projectiles might interact with pickups. Yeah, so they take your pickups. They supposedly turn it into gold, but like, pickups are pretty flipping good. I don't want the kitties to take them. I didn't pay Annie. I found alternative solutions to the problem, and even then I felt ripped off. It wasn't worth the low price of free. The time I spent on it was enough to make me feel buyer's remorse. I'm hoping it gets dethroned in the near future, as the definitive life sim, like City Skylines did to SimCity. Yeah, me too. Because there's a lot of people that really love The Sims, so there's enough of a community for it, and the thing is, it's quite big shoes to fill. Like, it's not a game you can easily... like, you need a chunky team to be able to do anything that would feel like Sims. And there's the merchant. Actually, we might be able... No, I don't think he sells skulls. So we could upgrade the Song of Mana. Just in that one underwater level, there was just all those items lying about, which we could grab. Yeah, but there's people trying, I know that. There's... I actually have a document on my computer detailing some of the zany ideas I would do if I was put in charge of creating a Sims like. Yeah, there's a lot of directions you can go in. It's just like a life simulator, sure, but like something. The thing with Sims is that that's got it has quite a large scale to live up to. Unlike some other genres, like even if you, I don't know, remove the creative style, for example, because that would be, I don't know how difficult that would be to code, but I know it's pretty chunky on computers. You definitely want a smarter solution for that, because, or at least a solution where it doesn't, whenever you try open a tab, load in every single asset all at once, because each expansion added more, which meant each time you open it up, the loading times was more. It's like, they didn't really think this through. Do we want a duplicator? Kinda. Yeah, we're gonna take it. Duplicator is nice. Still need the other gun and the other burb. I have the solution for that, even at my amateur level game developer. Yeah, there's definitely ways of doing it. I think the biggest difficulty would be just giving enough like stuff. Like if you try, because when people are going to look for Sims like, they're probably going to look for something like Sims 3. Though Sims 2 and 1 have their own nostalgia. Like I think I had either 1 or 2. I think I had 1, the deluxe of 1. I would love to play it again. I have not been able to make it work. And my current computer doesn't have a disk drive, so... But in my prior computer, I couldn't get it to work. I tried. It refused. Yeah, I would love to play that again, because even though it's extremely difficult, like, I remember having such a hard time as a kid trying, just even keeping my Sims alive. It was fun. I remember, because my, we want reduction in weapon cooldown. Kinda. I need to make sure I get tiramisu for you. I kinda would need a skull for you, but I can't get that. I have the thing for you. I'd want the crown for the other thing, but we first need to get the gun and the burp. I'd have enough space. We're gonna get this. We are also going to grab that chest now, because there's nothing... I mean, we've made pretty good progress in terms of leveling up, but we're not anywhere close to getting anything upgraded. Although, the axe is getting there. We might actually be able to use that for the axe, if it gives us the next 2 axe option. And it doesn't give us the other verb or the... I don't want any of these. I'm going to banish the knife even. I definitely know I don't want the knife, right? Do I definitely not want the knife? I forgot, does the knife bounce because of my arcana? No, I'm gonna say no to knife. See, if I had the resources, I could make an amazing Sims-like, but I don't, and I very much... And it's very much not an indie-friendly project, but it's on my bucket if my game dev career ever takes off. Yeah, it seems like it's not indie, like, definitely not a single-person indie project, and even just an indie game team, like, no. It just has so much in it. It needs so much to live up to now. So you need a pretty chunky group of people that actually have a very good understanding of how to do games. Because I think the biggest thing, like, say you would be able to somehow get all the same functionality as Sims 3. The biggest thing it needs is optimization. Make it better. Like, there's definitely a lot of other things you can add, but I think optimization is, like, even though the computers now are chunkier, like Sims 3 was kind of released before its time, it actually shines more on newer computers that can handle what it asks from the computer to do. Because, half-hour loading times. I remember starting it up and just going to do something else for a while, because it just needs that time to load in. And then you'd likely not have to load for a very long time unless you switched worlds or anything, but... yeah. It's still... It doesn't take as long to load, at least when I've played it on my other computer. I haven't played on this computer yet. This computer would just probably be fine. Kinda wish that was an axe upgrade. And yeah. I still think slight optimization for would be very helping. I did not want to grab that. With loading in the texture creative, the creative. Trying to recall words and at the same time playing a game is surprisingly tough. To create a style, there we go. Took my brain a moment. Like, not loading it all in at once and having a better way of organizing it, that would definitely be a big thing. Axe. That's a really small section actually in the larger whole. The one thing, oh, well, I didn't even get an axe upgrade. The one thing I believe SimSword does do well is building, which I'm like, yeah, sure. For the people that play Sims to be a building simulator, sure. And I mean, that's technically what it started out as, Sims, like a building thing. But a group of people that have that thing fight. Right. How rude. The people that play it for like the life game aspect are getting sure that of the stick now. Just not, no, not nice. Yeah, I'm looking for the other gun or the other burp. Actually, both. I don't really want to take other things quite yet. I could take the Spellbinder, because I know it combines well with the Song of Mana and also with the guns, but I'm also looking for the crown. I just don't want to get locked into anything if I don't need to. Even then there are glaring oversights, like the floors not being placed by outside of rooms, ceilings not being colorable, and of course the ever-present lack of creative style. Yeah. Yeah, I think the lack of the creative style is really what just does it. Like, even if it was a very simplified form of it, like if it just only, like if it very much limited the amount of textures you could do, could add to objects. Even in anything to add slightly more control over what color stuff had would have been. Even if it was nothing but a color picker, that'd be huge. Yeah, exactly. Because now, a lot of the time, people are completely like in their builds, they have to rely on existing things for color combinations. And sometimes you like the shape of an object, but it just doesn't have the right colors. That's just a shame. I'll break all those candelabras. That's gonna be our emergency cross. Yeah, I mean, personally, not being able to color the ceiling, I mean, it's an oversight. It should have been easy to do, but that wouldn't be personally my biggest pet peeve, because you're not seeing the ceiling at all ever. Yeah, that was one of my instances of the game fighting against me was trying to have fun. This would be great if it only was red, but none of the pre-made swatches are. Yeah. Exactly. Like if you could just switch the colors around of the swatches and even just skip the texture thing, just the colors of the swatches would. The ceiling stuff mostly becomes noticeable when you're trying to take indoor screenshots. Yeah. Yeah, and for builders that is a pretty important thing. Like, if you're going to then cater not to the live sim people, but to your builders, which already I think I'm like, you got these two groups that both deserve being told of, then at least do it right. But no. I guess we'll start getting the burp up. Not giving me the weapons I want. Not gonna... I don't know. I don't think there's anything I'd want to buy from it. I mean, I could Guess I could buy a golden egg. Slowly get characters leveled up, but I don't know if I want this character leveled up. Then again, I don't have a lot of money to spend on things anymore. I also know he has the wheel, which seems interesting. Oh, clover. Spinach. I do think I actually, because we're gonna have 2 spots over once we combine it all, so we'd have space for both the pentagram and one more. And I'm kind of thinking of getting the fire wand, because I believe that one bounce, so for which we need the spinach. We could also take the clover, so we need the crown, we still need the tiramisu, we'd have 1 left, so we're gonna take the spinach for the fire wand, we're not gonna take the clover. Getting the crown about now would be real swell, because then we could make use of it, expediting our leveling process. Oh, I did not mean to grab that. Nice. Ooh, gem. Is another chance at the chest. If it this time it doesn't give us that axe upgrade, I'm gonna be... Oh, it didn't give us a chest. I didn't even consider that option. We're not gonna take the pentagram yet. We don't have the crown. I want to ensure I have the crown first, so I can level it up. Like I can upgrade it the moment I get it high enough level. I also wouldn't want to take it near where I have a bunch of my emergency items stored up. I could take the fire wand now, but then we'd have to get very lucky with getting either the burp or the guns. I'm kind of more tempted to get the burp or the gun, like, all ready for the next one. So... Good morning, Silver. I'm glad to see you. I hope you slept well. Another thing, there's just a bunch of stuff that happened this week that I can chat to you guys about. So, one, I finished my first commission. That's mainly what I was busy for. I focused on getting that thing done first before doing any stream ready getting stuff. So I finished it, which is, yeah. There's one commission I have lined up from someone, but they haven't sent reference yet, so I can't get started because they are not quite sure what they want me to draw yet. So, and there's one commission that's not open still. And I'm going to just keep it at 3 commissions. I'm not going to do more than that. Yeah, congrats, thank you. Slept kinda but it was okay. Sorry to hear it was but it's good that you still got up. I know you've been switching to a different sleep-wake routine, and it's always difficult, but you're doing well. Second thing I wanna tell you guys, level ups. I wanna tell you guys about, it's just a fun small thing. So I am in a ton of Discord servers, like many. And I occasionally try my best to clear them out, but some of them I don't wanna leave. I can't be active in all of them. But one of the ones I'm in is one of my very first Discord servers. And they post art prompts. And one of the prompts was gems I saw. And I was like, okay, you know what? I kinda have to post here, you know? It's a gem prompt. Yeah, but I'm just saying slowly. Yeah, that's good. It takes time to get used to those things. Then it was a gem prompt. I'm like, you know, if there's any... The prompt before that was water. I was like, they've been trying to summon me, haven't they? I missed the water one, but the gem prompt, I was like, I uploaded something. And, well, people liked it. It's nice. Ooh, Shadow Pinion. We're not gonna take that. We don't have room for it, but if he could please get weapons. No, no weapons. Or at least not the weapons we want. And I got an invitation to a different server because someone who saw it was like, oh, I really love that, I really love gems. And they were talking about them being a gem collector. It's like, oh, I've always wanted to collect them, but I'm like, my collection would get close to hoarding very quickly. And I also don't have room. Ah, finally. That's so great. So I'm like, I'm not gonna start that because I'd spent way too much money on it, and I wouldn't be able to actually make it, like, it'd be me hoarding stuff. I mean, eventually it's my long-term goal. If I ever, like, if I get my own place and I get enough space, I'll set up an area where I can neatly collect gems, and I could call it my gem hoard, and I could fulfill my, I guess, dragon prophecy or something. But they sent me an invitation to this gem Discord in the end. I'm like, wait, there's a Discord just full of people that really love gems. I'm like, sign me up. There's a bunch of people there sharing their gem collections and talking about them. There's also like trading and stuff like that, but I'm not interested in that. I just got a Discord full of pictures of gems. And I was so happy. I'm like, yes, I found my people. It's just gems. Ah, some of these people have such amazing collections too. Like rows of pretty shiny stones. I'm like, ah. Yes, Loony art. Yeah. Oh, that's great. Yeah, and I shared a bunch of my art there because I was like, I saw that the person that invited me had posted my art with my name attached. Like, they were very just right about it. They were like, hey, I found this artwork and it was made by this person, and that was because the day before that I had posted a gem thing in the old Discord. And I thought it was really cool, and I was like, oh, that's sweet. And then I posted a bunch of other gem art because I have a lot of gem art, and people really liked it there. So I was very excited, and yeah, you know what the most amazing thing is? Some of the stuff I posted, they immediately knew what it was. I was like, oh, you did great, like recreating the effects of a moonstone. I'm like, thank you. I studied so many moonstones to try and get it right. And the fact that you immediately identified it as a moonstone meant I did my job right. Just, oh, that's the most, yeah, that I ever, yet. Yeah. Dang it. I don't do it on purpose, it just happens. Which is the worst part. I wish I did it on purpose. Like, I mean, I can do it on purpose, but it generally doesn't happen on purpose. Sounds like a great place for you to boost your art confidence. Oh, whoops, I didn't grab that yet. Yeah, I don't know. You found your gem people. Yeah, I'm sure if I asked some of them for, hey, could you maybe send a couple more photos of that one to use as a reference, they'd be thrilled. And that's why it's cute. How dare. But yeah, it's, I don't know. I found a gem place, and it was fun sharing stuff there, and I'm looking forward to checking out gem stuff they post and maybe using that as a reference. But first I gotta do the commish. Yeah. I hope I find a third person, otherwise I might have to change up what I'll take as commissions. But then I'd have to figure out how much I charge for that, because it'd be different. Like, I can draw flowers, but that takes different amount of time and different, like, practice. And I haven't drawn flowers in a while. And gems, like, gems are a whole other set of, for one, I change up how I draw gems every other month. And yeah, depending on what someone wants. Okay, we're going to take the crown first. Because that was one of the big things. And then we still need to find the tiramisu. We're gonna leave that chest. We can take the pentagram if we find it technically, but I wouldn't want to take it in this spot, so I think I'm gonna walk... actually, I want to walk to the right. There's that mask there, which I kinda want. Okay, oh, we are going to prioritize over the crown. Because we have been looking for those. Blood gem. I want to get myself to the right. Out of the viewport. We are going to take the crown. Speed things up. We're gonna leave that one there. It's a tractor to help with the pentagram stuff, and we're gonna try and grind the levels here. And if we do get the pentagram, then we're gonna use the tractor to quickly level, ideally. We do have a bat there that's going to drop a chest, which we probably would want to grab then immediately instead of waiting. Oh, no chest. What makes the decision-making process easier. I bet they'll definitely commission you to draw gems for them. I did not mention anything about commissions there. For one, in the rules where it's like, hey, please don't just advertise. And secondly, it feels like bad manners to jump on a server, post art, have people be like, oh, that's pretty, and go like, I do commissions. I'm like, And for one, I don't do commissions or gems currently. We're gonna again prioritize the crown. Though we do definitely want to get the guns level up. The crown will just help us get XP quicker. I mean, it's kind of useless to level up the crown last after all. Okay, crown all the way up. Now, either we get the other bird, or we take the pentagram. I'll take the pentagram if I find that. It's a little early, but we have got a strong enough build where I think we'll be fine. It seems we'll be leveling up the gun a lot. Another guy that can drop a chest. If we're lucky, we can get the gun up enough that we can use that chest to upgrade. I'm gonna keep that out of our viewport in case we get pentagram instead of a gun upgrade. One more gun. Been exhausted mostly. Larger tell times. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Still, yeah, so switching over to new sleep routine stuff. Okay. Got the other gun to grab that chest. Or got the other gun level 8, let's go. We got them both up now, yeah. I am just melting them. It won't last long because this character has where. Ooh! Cool. Ain't that fancy. Question is, we might actually get some gold in this. Yeah. Wait, what? 3 gold? We have gun we can upgrade. Why did it give us 3 gold? How rude. There's nothing else that can get. Oh no, wait, if we still need. Of course, we need the tiramisu, my bad. And there it goes, the thing we needed. That's a waste of a chest. Yes. I'm gonna try and get the pentagram as quick as possible, and we're going to get the attract orb. Okay, we got lucky. What the attract orb is out of viewport. Okay, almost. Okay, now we need to get the other chest as quick as possible. Yeah, give me the moon. Arcana, which is great, I'm not complaining, but I really needed the other thing. We don't have any of these. Don't have any of those. We don't really want the duration change. We'll get the hospital. we really now... Okay, we're gonna get out of viewport here. Don't want to grab that quite yet. Take that. Because we don't want the pentagram to go off and accidentally erase. Because it still might, as long as it's the pentagram and not the upgraded version. Yeah, that's not stuff I should need to read out loud. Okay, we got lucky. We need chests, mainly. We need chests for the pentagram and we need chests for the gun. And until then, we are not able to get anything. But please, Snake Lady, give us chests. I need the upgrades, badly. Come on. All these sweet, sweet levels I can't use. Okay, please. Combine guns or give me Gorgeous Moon. Preferably combine guns first, yeah. So Gorgeous Moon is something we want really fast too, but we want to get the other burb now. Get the other burb. And look, because we got the duplicator, we got extra lasers. We got lucky. Don't want any of this, so we are going to banish the Santa water. Let's do banishing first so we don't get things re-offered to us that we don't want. We do want the fire wand, but we don't want it yet. We need to get the bird first. So we're going to banish the King Bible. Don't want any of these. I guess we can do a reroll. Yes, other bird. Okay, good, good. Now we need to get this bird leveled up. And we need 2 more chests at least. I hope I find the first chest before I get the birds leveled up, because I really want that pentagram up before it starts erasing things I don't want it to erase. Okay, we're gonna grab this now. That'll help. Okay, we got lucky. We got a thing that can drop us a test, so we're gonna just... So, didn't give us the thing we needed. Well, now we have to... Oh! Golden time! Oh, we got another golden time. Also, I know there's a... Okay, we're gonna grab that thing. The mask. And then we're gonna head back to grab the other one. Is it here? A little longer. Hello Frog with a Knife. Hello Kainu. Oh, Loon Loon. That is a cute attack nickname, I agree. It's good to see you guys. I hope you're both well. Okay. Now we can have 7 items. Because we are... I guess we're greedy. We just want to hoard them all. Really, there's no other explanation. We got an extra thing we can upgrade now, and we'll get more coin stuff. And then we can grab the other golden clover that drops, because we were exceptionally lucky without having extra clovers. And get extra monies. We're just gonna grab all this stuff on the way back, because this is not our emergency hoard. Yeah, we still need another chest. We're going to grab this just in case the pentagram goes off. We wouldn't want that. Sweet, sweet golden clover to be wasted. We're just gonna rack in the money. Money, 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 money. No chest yet. More mums. Pentagram. More mums. Still need those levels for once we get the birds up and the fire wand, but as long as we don't have a chest to get the upgrades, we can't level it up. Keep the gold going. laughing my ass off. Healthy food, just consume protein shakes. Drink it all the time and never eat solid food. That's not gonna help you with bowels. Your bowels are... You need fiber. Fiber is very important. Wish that was possible if not for protein shakes being hell expensive where I'm at. Protein shakes in generally are quite expensive. Unless you're a bodybuilder and you really need to get an insane amount of protein in your system. I don't think the general populace needs protein shakes. You'll be fine without. Look at that amount of money we gained. Very nice. Oh, just, please. Level up my burps. Or my gorgeous moon. Like, both would be good. I need both. Okay, we got the burps. We can now get to work on our fire wand. I really want the pentagram up though, because I don't want to be near my emergency item supply whilst it's not upgraded, because it can raise it all. The problem is we also aren't building up our emergency item supply as long as we're not there. Now the difficult part of searching for the fire wand. We got one more try really. 2 more actually. This one and then the next one. Skip. So hopefully we get lucky. And otherwise we, I guess, take the magic wand or the... There. That's the neat part. You'll save money on groceries because you won't need groceries anymore. And then you invest the money into more protein shakes. Can't live off solely protein shakes. Click the Vandalier. Anytime we don't get the option we want and we have the bird as the option, we'll take the bird and save our skip to just help us in case we get 3 options we don't want. It'll be our emergency out. We'll take this now because this is not near our emergency item stuff. Do we risk it? We could take the lightning ring, then at least we know we'll have an upgrade. I'd miss veggies too much. Yeah. Veggies are good. They tasty. Besides, being on the liquid diet sounds... Personally sounds kind of bad. Like, I'd be very unhappy. I need food. Like, I need to be able to chew. Do we go for the skin? Risk it. Gamble. Ooh, it's a pretty good emergency supply, but it's not near our main supply, so we kind of don't want that. No, we can... It's giving us the 2 options that are our possible alternative, but it's giving us an out to, like, you know, you should take it, but I'm like, nah. Double or nothing. Gambling. Come on. Give me the fire wand. Please, game, give me the fire wand. I'd really, really love it. You'd give me. Blasphemy, protein is the only thing you ever need. Yes, thank you, fire wand. Now we just need a chest for the pentagram, because one of these times we're not gonna get lucky when it goes off. Then we'd need the fire wand upgrade. That big guy is gonna give us the next thing we need. You can probably buy veggie flavored protein too. Okay, but who wants... Like, no, that sounds like it'd just be bad. Veggies are nice because they have crisp. It's occasionally, like, they... I mean... It'd probably be bad flavor, like Brussels sprout flavored protein. Who wants that? You don't want Brussels sprout flavored anything. Like, Brussels sprouts on their own are fine, it's not my favorite, but it's good to switch things around occasionally. Because when you eat less nice veggies, it makes you appreciate the more nice veggies. Actually, now we have the Gorgeous Moon. We can go to our emergency storage area, emergency item area. I don't need to be hanging around here anymore. I can just walk to the left. I don't even have to worry. Okay, I got hit a little bit there, but like, I barely have to worry. Our emergency item area is a little more to the left from this, so I think I'm actually going to just nab all of this now. We should have saved that, but we got an Arcana anyway, so it doesn't matter. Heart of Fire. So we could add our Explodey to this one. We don't have any of these. I mean, we got the upgraded version of this, but clearly it lists the upgraded version separate, so it doesn't count. The Boogaloo Evolutions we haven't technically tried yet. I don't think we really want this, but so it'll be Heart of Fire or the Boogaloo Evolutions. Or technically we could go with Out of Bounds, because we do, I believe, you can kill the Grim Reaper that comes to get you at the end, and I believe there's a way to get them stuck in the library, but I believe getting him frozen also helps. So finding more of these guys would help, but I don't know. You guys want the Boogaloo Evolutions? Or do you want to get the Heart of Fire? Do you want the smart choice or the fun-sounding choice, really? I mean, Boogaloo Evolution, like, that's just a strong as heck name. Like, I'm sorry, but if you call something the Boogaloo Evolutions, I want to take it. Like, part of me wants to take it. Even though it's kind of, it might break our entire build. I mean, we do get more bigger area of effects than less, but it's still, it'll affect basically everything. It'll affect the size of all our projectiles, I believe. It'll definitely affect the size of our Song of Mana, and I'm pretty sure it'll affect the size of our sides, because that's one thing you need for the axe upgrades. I don't know if it'll affect the Gorgeous Moon. I'm pretty sure it'll affect the size of all the Fire Wand and the Vandalier though. Nobody says nothing. I'm going to go for the smart choice. If people are like, take the Boogaloo, let's boogie, then we'll take the other one. Actually, because I don't know how much the later is, what I might do, because I need to get some more water, I say take the Boogaloo some other time, when it's less costly to run. I think I'll be fine. I might be entirely wrong, but I'm gonna make a poll. Just to for Fancy's Boogaloo Evolutions. I'm gonna set it at 3 minutes. And we're going to take a small ad break, so it gives you guys time to vote, and it gives me time to grab some more water. So, give me a moment, I'll be right back. Vote on your favorite thing. I'm back. Dang, lots of ad. And Boogaloo and Heart of Fire were equal in the poll. Dang it, guys. Yeah, 1 vote for Boogaloo and 1 vote for Heart of Fire. We're gonna end it. Footnote end. Okay, remove. Okay, remove. I shall break the tie. Ah, too late. Yeah, it had already ended. Okay, but if you had not voted yet and you could break the tie, then I assume we're going for Heart of Fire. And yeah, sorry for the ads. Twitch likes me to run the ads, otherwise it'll run ads on its own. And we don't want that. I say Heart of Fire just because it almost sounds like a Hammerfall song. Headpad Luna, yay for the headpads. Yeah, the headpad command seems to be not working, and I don't know why. Gotta look into that. It's one of those things on my list of stuff I need to do. This was my emergency item. Oh, we got extra luck. So are you planning on playing Summon Dark on stream at some point? I'm actually playing it right now, hence it's in my mind. I was, but yesterday I was like, oh, I gotta set it up. And then I didn't, because I was tired. But I do definitely want to play it on stream. And I was like, I'm not gonna be able to just set it up this morning in one go. I didn't want to just wing it. So, but it is definitely still on the list. I was like, okay, let's go with something I know will work. So yeah, it is on the planning because it was a fun game. Probably a good idea. I look forward to it when you get to it. Yeah, it's probably going to be next week in the slot of Vampire Survivors. That seems like the most logical place to put it. Because I do want to finish Darkest Dungeon, so if I don't play it every week, then we're not gonna get anywhere. It's just I'm slow at it at Darkest Dungeon. We're gonna wait till we get. Oh no, we have to do 8, so we can grab. Very similar games, really. Yeah, it's a very similar concept. That's why I'm like, it would fit perfectly in this slot. What with the survival shoots for stuff and the random selection of 3 options upon level up? Yeah. Look at them bounce. We got bouncing fireballs. We've become Mario. The ultimate wizard. I've refreshed my mind a good bit so I can be your backseat driver and keep telling you what you're doing wrong. Hey, who got their name written in golden, in pink glitter pen in the magic book? I did. I don't know if you ever got your name written in the magic book with pink glitter pen. I might not remember a lot of it, but I did achieve it. How do you even do that anyway? By having it randomly select for you. You take the thing where it's like, okay, yeah, just give me my magics randomly. Let the dice decide if I live. And I did it. I rolled with the punches. And I did it. You have to get up to a certain level with it. Basically, from what I recall. I remember that because it was like, it's so hard, but I felt so accomplished when I called it. Because it... Oh, the analyst, of course. Yeah. If I'm feeling really crazy, I might try and do that again on stream just to have proof of it. But I mean, surprise, surprise, it's very luck-based. Not completely, you also just have to be... Because I remember the choices the things it gave me were not what I would have taken at all, but I managed to make it work. It's good to have some good gear and able to afford some good tonics first, though. I don't remember tonics in gear. I want to try the game, Summon Dark. Well, I'm sure Will could send you the zip file. Certainly could. It's free downloads. Yeah. Discord does say like, hey, are you sure about grabbing this file? Oh, whoops, we grabbed the thing from our emergency pile. What did not need to grab? That's okay. But it's okay. I wouldn't trust it if it was anyone but Will, really. I mean, maybe some other people I trust a lot, but I generally don't download and execute random zip files. Generally not smart. I believe you can DM people without being friends, unless their settings are that. Okay. We got Big Wizard Dude. He heard what was causing a mess in his library. He was not amused, and they're like, we got fireballs, birds, and guns. What are you gonna do? That's what I thought. I have Living on the Edge turned on. Yeah, you can. Okay, yeah. I let people. Yeah, me too. I'm like, I don't need people to friend me to say stuff to me. I mean, I'm an admin in my own Discord channel. I don't want to have to friend every single person there if they need, like, in my... I'm a DM in my own Discord server, not channel. If they need to tell me something, like, that's just inconvenience. I have to go through a lot of security measures I placed on my computer. That's fair. I mean, it's good to be smart about these things. Oh, I gotta be careful of my health. They're getting a little stronger now, and watching them actually takes some save. Let's not have our run end unstream, honestly. But be careful, because I have so many projectiles going on. I know I'm missing, like, big monsters sneaking up on me. It's happened before, it can happen again. Technically, we got some leeway, because we have to revive, but probably I don't have to use it. Like, I want to use them all at the Grim Reaper. It rewards you with money, for that. Might actually... I don't want to lose the L thing, but I might have to rebrand as a dragon. Like, yes, all the shiny hoard in the item hoard, and this belongs to me now. But I like my tufts on my head. I also like being able to hoot at people. Wouldn't make much sense if I'm a dragon and I hoot at people. I mean, I guess I could go for Corvid and I could call at people, but then again, I've listed the ear tufts on my head and I think they're cute. I cherish any opportunity to spread love for this game. I'm so upset it was never completed and that the spiritual recreation is still in development hell. Yeah, it's a shame. I hope the spiritual, like, recreation finds its way out of developer hell. It would be nice. But I'll be glad to show this game off, to give it some love, because it's really good. Like, it's really fun, from what I recall. Things are getting a little too close for comfort. I really like that chest, if I could. There we go. Bit of space. So this little area of stuff is going to be my first emergency house, and up there is a fire thrower, which would be my second. We got a time stoppy and we got a couple XP collections. We want to grab those nearing the end so we can grab, like, get all the XP we want all drawn to us. We got many attractor upgrades, so I'm gonna grab that one to the right, start working on. Then we can get a lot of gold, mainly. And then the next one will be the one up here that we grab. It's gonna wait a little longer until we really need all that stuff, and then... Oh, we got a chest with... Ab. 9. Monies. Up. Space. At least we reached the over level 99. 150. The crown really does wonders if we get you up there. And if you have as many items as I do, like if you have 2 items that combine into something. Me too, I want to play a Dark Mage Lang at E. And the Vandalier and then like an extra 7 thing, you're gonna need those levels. I think this build is doing pretty well. Still, even though we have a really strong build, and I mean we are at least keeping ourselves like we're not quite melting through them. We do need to work on keeping ourselves some space, but we're actually keeping a decent circle around ourselves. I know with other builds we would have been getting swarmed and having to really just rely on grabbing a lot of chicken constantly. Look at all those monies. Okay, getting a little too close. Okay, we nabbing now. Fire. Another attract orb somewhere, which we need to find in all the scales without accidentally walking into too many enemies. Getting really hard to see. Okay, down and up above us. Below us is the time stoppy, which we kinda wanna use for the Reaper. I'm gonna grab these because this is another fire thrower and another attractor. Look at all that money. Fire. 10 more seconds. We want to grab the time stoppy the moment those seconds are up. Go, time stoppy. Oh, you talk to the guy. Guess we'll take this. Did not mean... Oh, I can take multiple. That's enough. Yeah, we froze Mr. Grimm. He's going to come after us. I believe we want to situate ourselves somewhere up here. Oh my goodness, is he trapped? He did it. Guys, we're duking on the Grim Reaper. We're duking the Grim Reaper because we're having the Child of Force strategy. I'm gonna hide behind this chair, you can't grab me. Like this is the playground tag strategy of I'm gonna be behind some piece of furniture. Oh, instead I should mention that the game is quirky, being very much unfinished. It already says so in the title screen, but it's somewhat confusing in that it's oh, there's a second guy. Oh, there's a second one. It starts out seeming like it's going to be linear, and after one story level, it suddenly switches over to survival type. Oh, they killed me. They got past the chair strategy. Started seemingly linear, survival type thing with no trace of story left. Also, it likes to crash, so it's a good idea to save and quit every now and then to preserve progress. It's especially prone to crashing if you make it too far into this game, or weirdly and obnoxiously enough when casting dampen. But we are still alive, but yeah, we need to find another hidey spot. Or we're gonna go out here and then we're gonna hide behind the chair again. Okay, no. They don't let us hide behind the chair. They're jerks. Wait, I got them trapped again? I think? Nope, they figured it out. Eh. Yeah, no, they're very fast. I think that's the... we have a lot of revives. Get stuck. And I think that's the last one. Yeah, there we go. But hey, we lived for a very long time. Somehow they managed to defeat the minor inconvenience of a piece of wooden furniture. If that cannot stop that, what will? I don't know. I might need a bigger table. So we unlocked surviving 30 minutes with Llama, so we have the Skull Maniac, so now we can level up our Song of Mana. We got a... the other one was... Oh, 31 minutes in Inline Library, Disco of Gold and Slash. Nice. Oh, hello, Bunny! Thank you for the raids! Appreciate it. Anyone who doesn't know Bunny? Oh. Check them out. They were playing Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Thank you very much for the raids. The raid stuff. My name is Luna. Welcome to the stream. I am kind of not doing this whole rating well. But I appreciate you being here. I hope your stream went well. If you need to go and rest, go do that. But if you want to hang out and tell me how things went, then I'd love to hear. Oh, I should also note down, I like to keep track of who I rate and who rates me, so I can... Basically, I'd like to note that down real quick. Yeah. Raiding with a party 1 invokes images of Guts from Berserk storming castle all by himself. Yeah, it's... Twitch sometimes is strange, so sometimes more people are there, but it doesn't show in the raid message. It's weird like that. Looking at the DPS, that's actually interesting. Hellfire did the most DPS. Hello, beautiful Luna. Hello, Palette. Thank you. That's very kind of you. And welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. I think it's because we gave it the bouncies. Because usually Vandalier is up there in terms of DPS. And Gorgeous Moon is very up there too. But Hellfire actually outdid both of them. Yeah, it's late, so most of my main viewers are asleep. Yeah, that's fair. So we got 3 unlocks there. So we now have 7 more to go, right? Yeah, 7. So we need to evolve the Song of Mana. You didn't have garlic? Nope, I didn't have garlic that run. So we need level 99 with Giovanna, with Gennaro, 100 with Yata, Bianca, and Osol, so got a lot of them. We need to survive in the Bone Zone, which is a really tough one. And evolve the Song of Mana, which we can work. In terms of power-ups, we can add some skips and banishes now, which is helpful, so get that. Help us get the thing we want, and I don't really want to add the curse. I don't wanna. Wait, this is a doggy. Let's send the dog to the Bone Zone. So he gets more projectiles every 20 levels, with a maximum of 3. The dog and the skeleton have the same like thing. I think a dog would love the Bone Zone, so much to chew on. Exactly. Just the dog has the flowers. To find a code you can type in at the main menu to unlock a hidden character, but he isn't very good. I mean, how do you... Still be need to unlock. What code is it? And if you're gonna... Would you... Yes, yes please. We might still... Like, the bone zone is pretty hard, so we might still go with the dog. I don't know how good the dog is. I've tried the flowers once before. Through the merchants in the underwater zone, I believe, and one other time. So I kind of like them, but type assist without the quotations. Okay. Do I need to do that with a like an uppercase? So that didn't work. Make a sound, okay. Q. It's not wanting to do the thing. And try it once more. X. Thingy. X. 1. D. I. Q. Yeah, it's not working for me. Oh, it made a sound. It did it. I don't know why it worked now and it didn't work before. X dash. At least they're lucky. Yeah, they seem to be very lucky. I hate the starting weapon. Yeah, starting with a burp would be really difficult. Mortasio and X dash, and they give me similar vibes with that Halo, but we're gonna start with the dog. In the bone zone, because we need to complete the bone zone and we need to get the thing. I don't want Katamari. Why is it? I guess the dog has the Katamari. I guess. Let's go with the Katamari song then. We're not gonna go with Hurry. Just gonna... Oh, should we... Maybe we shouldn't go with Hyper. Let's not go with Hyper. Just the Arcanas. No item drops, enemies grow stronger over time. So we got Slash. Enables critical hits for listed weapons. Doubles overall critical damage. Oh. And we got... Disco of Gold. Picking up coin bags from the floor triggers Gold Fever. Obtaining gold restores as many HP. Would be wonderful, but no items drop. Although I think gold does drop still. But I'm actually going to take Saraband of Healing, because I think we're gonna need it. And we're starting out with the flowers. Oh, we're so slow. Oh, I'm not used to being this slow anymore. Maybe we should have played on hyper mode. Yeah, we're quite literally a dog. Yeah, look at how they did the lighting. They actually used for the ground. Okay, well, let's see, what do we want? Actually, we might just want to go garlic and pumbella pew thingy. And again, fire wands for the extra projectiles wouldn't be half bad either. Let's go fire wand and go whip actually, because he should be getting extra projectiles for everything. They did whatchamacallit. What's the name of the thing? King Bible before. We do want a laser gun. 1, 2. 2 spaces for the burps, 2 spaces for the gun. They combine, we'd have 2 spaces again. We'd want Gorgeous Moon, and then we'd have 1 spot left. So we could take the King Bible. I think I want that for Cloak, but we'd also want a whip. Terminal plank, keep in mind. Could also just only do the gun. And then we'd have 3 left, so then we'd have the whip, the King Bible, and potentially Song of Mana if you find it. So we're not gonna take the burps then. We're just gonna go for the guns. Because I kinda want close by. And we do already have the... Do we want to skip this early on though? Yes, actually. Not gonna lock ourselves in quite yet. But what's the thing called that they did? Because of how the light affect this, they actually... Come on, I know the name of the thing that they did in games. Where basically with a texture you give it depth. By it doesn't do a lot, but you have some like an embossing thingy. I think that's what they did for the skulls here because of how the light reacts properly, like how the shadows change. So it actually has like curves and things. Hello Taco, welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Are we gonna skip again? Are we gonna banish some? I'm thinking of banishing the armor potentially, or the wings. I think the wings, we're not gonna go with the spinny thingy. I think the term you're looking for is normal map. Yes, that's the name. Thank you. We're gonna banish the wings. I might regret that, because we're very slow. But we're not playing on hyper mode for a reason. How's the stream going? I think it's going quite well. We're making progress in our game. We're now playing in the Bone Zone, which is quite tough, and we're not playing on hyper mode, so we're very slow. Honestly, it's kind of weird for Doggo to be this slow, but then again, not hyper mode. Mainly because, I don't know, it felt like a bad idea to play the Bone Zone in hyper mode. Because it doesn't only make us faster, it makes the enemies faster too. We are going to get the flowers up first. So we're looking for both guns and burps, actually. And we do want a crown, because I want to go for the Gorgeous Moon. We don't have... We cannot make a emergency item stockpile here. We just have to make sure that we get really, really strong. And we do want the whip combined with the hollow heart, I believe. To just make use of that arcana. Technically the flowers do make use of that arcana already, so we might change our mind on that. I mainly want to make sure I get the birds and the guns upgrade. So we need to get the tiramisu for the guns. We just need to get burps. And we want the crown to just make our leveling up faster. Because if you're gonna upgrade that many things, you're gonna need that. Okay, so 1 bird found. Man, I'm not used to being this slow anymore. Gold Fever could be really strong here, because the only thing that drops from the candles from the fires is a gold. So you basically have a guaranteed constant Gold Fever going on. But usually you get enough coins to in normal levels to get Gold Fever anyways. Alright, well, I know it wasn't live for long, but I'm on my way to bed. It's 4 AM, so have a great rest of the stream. Thank you very much for stopping by, I really appreciate it. It doesn't matter if it's only a short bit. And sleep well. It sounds like it's very late. yeah, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Sleep well and take care. I'll see you some other time. Bye bye. Actually, we might want to upgrade the fire one more, because that's gonna be the thing we can upgrade to our next level. So I am tempted to get the flowers up. That's my main weapon, or my first starting weapon. And it helps us heal. I think for when we find a chest, we probably want our fire one up. Of course, when it's only going to give us the flowers up the as an option, then we'll take those instead. We have a glowy skeleton there that's gonna hopefully drop us a chest if we're lucky. Might not. Would be kind of mean. Oh. Maybe we want to change our mind on the garlic thing after all. Because having garlic now would be nice. We do want the bird leveled up at some point, but I think in our more immediate pressing matters, the flowers will do us more favors. Okay, we got a chest. We're not killing things as fast as I'd like. We might run into the health check. Alright, I do need to pause a little for that. And push-ups. Okay, I took a sip of water. I'll go do those push-ups. And that'll be me looking away also. So, one moment. 5 push-ups coming up. Push-ups done, and a good night rune. I hope you sleep well. I'm gonna take another sip of water after that. Look outside 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 1. And stretch. And posture. Another bit of news, we're gonna just grab the chest as it's just to get levels. I am going to look at the dancing thing tonight. There's like a local... Oh! Careless sex! Yay! Sax. Accent. Oh, we got the other burp. That's good. That's good. Now we're just looking for the guns. Oh dear. Please. I had no way of really avoiding that. We got another glowy skeleton. Yeah, so there's a dancing group here, like that does folks dancing. It's just a small, yeah. Oh, guns. Nice. Small group of people doing that. Look at how small the bullets are now. We don't have the thing that makes their like the candelabra that we had for the axe. Makes projectiles bigger too. Yeah, I know. Yeah, be very careful with the accent when saying careless sax. Yeah, I realized when I said it, I was like, no, wait a second. That didn't sound like how I intended it to sound. Oh, gotta actually be paying attention to the game now, because this is kind of tricky. It's kind of a... I might not be able to complete this run. I don't know if we do any better in hyper mode, because that's what I'm used to with speed, but... we might have an issue here. But yeah, I'm gonna look at the dance thing. I'm just gonna look to see if it seems it's something I'd like to do. I can't join yet. The next starting like beginner classes would be in September, but I just wanted to take a look before then, just so I'd have time to decide. Like, I mean, because I could also take a look and be like, no, never mind, this isn't at all what I imagined it'd be. I don't think I'd enjoy this. And then I wouldn't take the beginner lessons, but otherwise I'd sign up for it. I don't want any of the... Because I kind of want to try and find the other gun, not having to wait for the verbs to combine. I'm going to skip for now. I need to level faster. I'm getting into a bit of a predicament. Gotcha. Be there. Found the other guns, nice. Now it's just a matter of leveling. Once this doggo gets to level 20, we'll be getting an extra projectile, which will definitely help with the gun stuff. Question is, will that soon enough for... The enemies are gradually getting stronger and we are lagging behind. Yeah, dancing thing. I'm kind of nervous. It's like, I'd be just showing up. I mean, I did send an email like, hey, would it be okay if I go check things out? So they know I'm coming. I'm not gonna just show up completely unannounced. But still, it'd be like, yeah, a group just doing their thing and me being like, yes, hi. I'm not very, I'm a bit socially clumsy, so... I think we want the guns leveled up before the burps. But I'm kind of tempted to work on the celestial dusting too. But I think I'm gonna try and get the guns leveled up. Because the flowers we don't have an upgraded version for, I don't think. And spotting 2 glowy skeletons and a mass of skellies. So once we get those down, we'd get a chest. Thing is, if they're in the middle, we're not hitting them with anything we have. Gonna keep circling. Thread the needle, thread the needle. Oh, oh dear. Oh, that's no good. That's no good. That's no good. That's not good. Oh, this is bad. Ah, we're dead. I think we have 1 revive? Yeah. Round. We have been wanting that. We're gonna grab that chest now. Please save us. Ah. Yeah, I don't think this doggo is, I don't think we're gonna see this through till the 30-minute mark. We are just not fast enough in our leveling. Yep, nope, they're gonna... We're guns out. Murdered the doggo. Also, I've made more progress on Stardew Valley with my group, and my opinion of Lewis has somehow plummeted further. It's now at the point where I'm genuinely not sure if he's worse than Pierre. Oh dang. What did Mayor Lewis do? For context, I found his secret project and saw his event with Mark. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's why I dislike him. I definitely dislike his event with Marty the most. His secret project is also like... Are you sure that was financed with your own pay and not with the town's pay? We do still need to complete the bone zone, but I don't think we're gonna be able to do it with Doggo. Who else do we still need to bring to a high level? Yata, Bianca, Osul, that's the Doggo, and Giovanna. Giovanna, that's not gonna happen. Gennaro, him. He could work. I now understand why his relationship with Marnie is so high on your list of complaints. My complaints about budget mismanagement now seem pale in comparison to the reality of just how much he abuses town funds. Yeah. We're gonna try and get him in the bone zone, and I'm gonna just do the hyper because it's too slow otherwise. And we're gonna do Smash, because we got critical hit for all these weapons. That sounds great, and we're starting with nice anyways. We're probably going to try and get the whip or the axe, at least. Oh, this is much faster. None of these I really want. In addition to his reason for being an absolute nonsense, he's down there negging her. The poor woman deserves better. Yeah, exactly. Marnie deserves better than that. Like, I know people don't like Marnie because she isn't always present and she's like, oh, I'm... And then he has the gall to call me a terrible person for saying I'm gonna tell everyone about it. You're not on the moral high ground here. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I get you want to keep it a secret, but honestly, I'm doing you a favor by bringing it out in the open. We do have one extra projectile. I'm gonna do King Bible so I can keep, eventually at least, a personal protection ring of books. We are definitely taking the guns. I'm not sure if we'll take the duplicator with this guy. The axe... We were going to go axe or whip. Everyone already knows, man. The real damning thing about is the how and why he's keeping it a secret at the beginning. Yeah, exactly. He's so worried about what people will think. Like, that he's favoring her unfairly. That I'm like, guys, they'll understand that in a tiny town as this, you'll, like, if you're so worried that they'll think that, then maybe they don't have a lot of trust in you that you're gonna be fair and unbiased. I think we're gonna take the axe over the whip, so we'd have 2 guns. I do kind of want to get the burps. Actually, we're gonna take the knife first. We're gonna focus on getting the burps and the guns first, because I feel like we're going to need that kind of damage. Meanwhile, I'm sharing home with, she's a respected member of the community. It's not like he's dating a monster, suddenly you're just making her feel ashamed of herself. Yeah, it's like he's worried that they'll think he's giving her tax benefits or something. Also, look, it's all kitties, because we got the kitty option. We're not gonna take the kitties, because the kitties aren't very good. Meanwhile, I'm sharing my home with Krobus. I'm the one with reasons to keep my relationship secret. Yeah, and even then, that's just because people are unfairly biased against those shadow, guys. Like, Krobus isn't a bad guy. Though I suppose that anyone, the only ones that I feel like would have a good reason to be suspicious of Krobus is the people that actually go in the mines. Because, yeah, his skin does murder on sight. Then again, you are invading their home, so... Keeping a secret just makes it seem more like there's something shady going on. Mares are allowed to date. Yeah, exactly. We could take the Hollow Heart if we definitely plan on taking the whip. I'm not sure about that. I'm just gonna try and get the gun leveled up. I think that's the first one I'd really like to get going is the gun. For the King Bible, we need the Vespers and we need the brace for the knives. And we need the tiramisu. Apparently they only that because they have learned that to fear humans, so it's even more upsetting. I always venture into the mines knowing I'm the real monster. Yeah. I'm gonna take the tiramisu first, though I really want to take the bird, but making sure I get the guns locked in is my priority over the burbs. I killed 1,000 slimes in the name of being able to not have to kill slimes. Yeah. I'm doing this in the name of friendship. Slaughter's entire slime family, including newborn slime. Yeah. Personally, I don't ever really use the slime ring. Like, the only place I'd use the slime ring would be in the slime hutch. Or are we gonna take the whip now? Because we'd have 2 extra spaces if we combine the burp and the gun. One of those spaces I want the pentagram. So we would have space for the whip. Do I want to take it now and then get the guns first and then be able to get the burps? Or do I want to try and get the burps at the same time? I think I want to try and get the knife up first. Let's not spread out too much. Also, I incubate slimes in my house because I'm crackable. I see. I use the lulls really handy in Skull Cavern to pacify a significant chunk of enemies, especially since the slimes are the most dangerous with their luncheons and their sliming deep above. Honestly, slimes to me are... I mean, I guess there are quite a lot of slimes in Skull Cavern. But yeah, if you incubate them in your house, then you definitely want that ring on. You know what always confuses me? When Mayor Lewis gives you quests to kill a certain amount of slimes in the mines. I'm like, what are you doing in the mines? I like having slime pets. I like to imagine that them leaping at me is them wanting to cuddle and that they aren't trying to kill me. Aww. Also, unlike all human spouses, Grobus doesn't mind having a bunch of monsters in the house. Wait, do the other spouses mind? That's why he's best boy. I don't... How do the other spouses react to that then? I have never tried bringing slimes into the house, so I wouldn't know. I do want to get the knife up, but I like the King Bible more, because I can actually just skirt around the edges. I don't have to aim it. The knife is good for making way through groups, like having space wherever you're heading. Yeah, they say something like, there appear to be monsters in the house and want you to get rid of them. I see. Do we want to take the duplicator? Judgmental human supremacy? I mean, to be fair, if a slime was constantly attacking me and I was trying to keep my clothes clean because, I don't know, I'm a doctor or something, I'd probably be a little bit annoyed too. Like, if I have a small child, I'm like, maybe this isn't the safest. Do we take duplicator with this guy? We already have one extra projectile. I think I'm gonna lay off on it for now. I'm not quite sure where I want this build to go yet. And I don't know if the duplicator will really give me much benefit because this guy already got some extra projectile. Like if I have the guns upgraded all the way. Are we going to take the whip? For the held steel? I think we're gonna go with that. The slimes are my children. I incubate them, dang it, and keep them locked away from for everyone's safety. You cannot handle my slime brood, you do not deserve me. Fair, fair. I guess we can take the whip, upgrade that, focus on getting that and the guns first, and then later focus on the birds. Okay, we got one chest. We don't have anything we can upgrade yet. Do we want to take it already? Maybe we do. Yeah. Book. We could use some of the items for the needed for the upgrade stuff. That would be some help. I think we're gonna go try and upgrade books first. So we have a close by protection thing. It'll also help against all the projectiles that they're gonna throw at us. And then we're probably going to go either whip or gun focus, though getting a knife up is good too. I do have the Imdos. Skull and Maniac. Not yet. If we find the Song of Mana, we would take it, but I'm not gonna take it in advance because it's gonna make things even more difficult. Also, we recently unlocked Ginger Island, or well, the others did. I didn't even check Willie's back room because I thought it'd be something fishing related. So that's new and exciting. So much stuff since the last play. It's kind of staggering. Yeah, Ginger Island has a lot of things on it. I still haven't actually found everything there. In my own playthrough I did a while ago when Ginger Island was added. And I just wanted to check out all the new stuff. I haven't even set up my Ginger Island farm completely. It's just... there's a lot. I would recommend playing it on your own at some point to just do the puzzles, though I suppose they're not that much to write home about, but it's kind of interesting. Good, found Spellbinder for the books. Yeah, this guy is doing a lot better than the doggo. That's for sure. Still a little iffy, like, because they keep getting stronger. We might get in, we're not gonna, but like, until we find the Song of Mana, we are not. And also we wouldn't have space for that if we also wanted the burbs. Definitely, I'm pretty sure I want to go with the Pentagram Gorgeous Moon combination. So it'll be a lot more difficult, because we won't be able to do any attract orb shenanigans. We just have to get a lot of XP. Finding the crown would be nice too, especially early on. Hold on, another glowy skeleton for us. Sadly, we don't seem to be able to level up their books much. I've been checking the wiki and keep running into Ginger Island spoilers because the wiki is structured like that, so unfortunately I know more about it than I'd like, but that means I need to delve into the volcano dungeon before everyone else, in the name of trying to become a wizard despite the game refusing to implement mechanics for it. Yeah, I would recommend playing it on your own at some point, because the way the introduction works, like there's little cutscenes, and I don't know if you'll get them if someone else has gotten them already. It's neat. It's a lot of... It vaguely gave me Sims Castaway vibes for the DS, where it's like, okay, you start with this small section of island, and you get to explore more, and you kind of do small puzzles to be able to unlock new areas, and you gotta make certain people happy. It gave me slight vibes from that. Not completely, but I don't know. Oh, you do get the cutscene. I would like to play it myself, but the problem is that multiplayer is just so much more fun. Yeah, I can understand that. What happens if someone... Like, because some... never mind, I can't really say that. That's spoilers. Some stuff changes depending on if you've got a certain amount of friendship. If someone gets like high enough amount of friendship to make those changes, that would change for everyone, even though not everyone has that amount of friendship, right? That would be interesting. Because then, how would the cutscenes from then on work? Like, that wouldn't make much sense to anyone but the player that's gotten all the prior part cutscenes. Okay, we got a chest. We are 2 away from the book to get that to the full upgrade, so I'm actually gonna wait with taking that and hopefully get the 2 levels in the book and then grab that chest and then get the upgraded book. That would be very, very nice. It seems like the game does not want to be very nice. We might have to grab the chest now instead. I'm gonna wait for just a smidge longer. I am grabbing, like, look at the amount of coins I'm grabbing because of all the things we destroyed. It feels there's a lot more candles here than other levels. Feels like there's a lot more gold coins in the ground. Crown, yes. All help. Now if the next 2 levels could be book, that would be swell. Gold Rush Arcana here, we've definitely... Oh, a whole group of them. Can make our way through though. Got another glowy skeleton. Found the bracer. We're gonna probably just take that chest, whatever, if this glowy skeleton drops it immediately. Instead of heading over to the other chest, because it's taking too long for my liking. Getting a little closer than I'd like, but I am getting through the crowd a little. I would take the birds. I do want to get the birds though. I still have space for the other gun, so I could take 1 bird and then work on getting the other gun. Okay, we got the chest. Now we need to get close enough to grab it without getting too damaged. We are getting a little surrounded. Nab. Okay, knife. I guess we're getting the knife upgrade before the other one if we get to that chest. Have a... Hold up. In the bottom right, that was green. That was a Green Reaper coming after us. Wonderful. You're a bit too early, mate. Also giant skeleton. Ooh, triple. Oh, and that's a little wacky to give you an example. And I find it the cutscene in Willy's back room, he was lamenting the state of the boat while its meat was fully repaired. Yeah. And we didn't get the upgrade we wanted. At least we got 3 things. But yeah, that is just hanging about there, and I'm worried about what'll happen if he touches me. Because I can't damage him, he's just there. Watching. Not quite standing, because he's following me. It's following me menacingly or whatnot. But these green skellies are fast. Again, I don't know if the duplicator is gonna do much. I do want to look at our books go. Grim Reaper, back off. Personal space. Oh, it's giving us the other bird, but I really want the guns first. Do I take the Peachone? No, I found it. Which means I'd have to wait till I get the other gun until I've upgraded both all the way and got on a chest. Or do I take the Bible? I think I take the King's Bible, because I would love... It's gonna take too long. Crown. We'll take the Spellbinder. Ebony Wings, Crown. Ooh, Song of Mana. I would love to take it, but I don't have space. I need to get the other guns first before I take anything else, because I want them to combine. Crown again. That was a lot of levels. I really need to get the other set of guns. Game, those are not the other set of guns. I still need to get the Hollow Heart. Yeah, I need to get the Hollow Heart, and I need one... I'd have space for one more thing, right? Those knives, pentagram, guns, book, Hollow Heart. I want a gun, combine. I want the burbs, combine. And I'd have 1 space left, and I kinda want that space to be pentagram. I could make it the Song of Mana. If I make it the Song of Mana, I need that last spot for the skull, so I wouldn't be able to take any of these. So I'm going to banish the Rune Tracer, because I don't want that option again. I know for sure I'm not going to take that one. It has nothing to bounce off here. Once the playthrough is done, I'm definitely trying my hand on Magic Motto. I've gotten a bunch of fun ideas while playing. Sounds cool. I'd love to see that. We'd get the other gun, that would be real. So, oh dear, that's a lot of guys. We're gonna mosey our way up. The other gun would be real slow right about now. We could get that locked in and get that upgrading. Or a chest for like the knives and the books. I guess we'll be taking more of the burp. Getting that ready for the other burp. I am glad I brought those books, because those Those projectiles otherwise would be real pain, and books stop them. The garlic does the same thing, and technically the guns, when upgraded, would have a similar effect. But until they're upgraded, they don't do that. My main issue currently is that I have, I don't know if I can read and play. Is that I have no idea how you would level it up, besides casting spells at least, but I'd want a player to require a few in-game months of study to even get to the point, so I'd want some sort of studying minigame or something. I have no idea what would be fun and fitting. You could, what you could do is, you know how in Thaumcraft, in a sense, you need to scan things for their, like, what they're made of, and then do that little connection mini game. It's fun to like find stuff in the world that has certain magic properties and have that applied. You could, that would make it a really massive mod. But say you have to like find certain items in the world that just already exist that has certain magic properties. Like, because the wizard in some cases is like, oh, I love this item because it has inherent magic things. Like, just imagine if you just have to find the right ingredients for something. I guess it'd be more alchemy-ish, but that way it takes some time. Like, you'd have to, I don't know, gather a couple quartz, or you find out that apparently, I don't know, something you didn't think was very useful actually has useful magic properties. Like, that'd be fun. I don't know how exactly you'd work that in, but it's a good start. The thought has also crossed my mind, just rip off Thaumcraft minigame, which in turn ripped off Dominoes. Yeah, I'm not sure if you should directly copy the Thaumcraft minigame, but something along those lines. Because I think part of the fun was that all these items in the world that you already know were suddenly having useful, like, it was useful to just find and scan them. I think in Stardew, similarly, especially in just a regular like gameplay progression, it's like, oh, it'd be almost encouraging to get every single variety of crop and to get every single variety of forageable, because every new thing has some kind of magic property that you can study that could help you along. It would be a great way to weave the rest of the gameplay into the skill, which is something Stardew does very well. Just about every mechanic encourages you to interact with other mechanics. Yeah. And it would almost, in a sense, explain why the wizard would be in this strange little town. Be like, well, yeah, you can just find a lot of magic stuffs here. Aside from it seemingly just being in general quite a magic-y area. I wouldn't want to make it seem the self-contained and distracting. It's a big priority. Yeah. In some mods it's nice to have it be more self-contained, but in this case I think it'd be beneficial to not have it do that. Weapon cooldown would be nice, but again, we don't have the space if we want everything we need, because we still need the hollow heart for the whip, and yeah, that's actually get the spellbinder. I do want the bird upgraded, but my main priority again is getting the gun and just getting any chest to get my current weapons upgraded. Which means I need to get the big skeleton guy, but he's tough. He's been real toughy. There we go, finally. Give me something good. Okay. We got the knife upgrade. Fires with no delay. I'll take ebony wings. There's more glowy skeletons in this group. I just need to get through somehow. Okay, we got one chest up there, which we want to grab for our books. Hopefully. One. Arcana. Okay. Disco of gold. So, the interesting is, obtaining gold restores as much HP. I'm kind of tempted to get that. I could get awake for the extra revives. I'm not really... I think I'm gonna try Disco of Gold. Initial big issue I had was that I would want the player to get 10 hearts with the wizard and maybe even have retrieved his magic ink, and then he would offer to make you his apprentice. The problem being that this make it late game content when I'd want it to be something you can start doing early, otherwise you wouldn't just have all the rare resources already and zoom through it. My solution, you just flipping steal spellbook from the man, no need for him to actually trust you. He would probably be a little peeved if you did that though. Though it would make sense. Like, that's when in the cutscene, or like around the time when he like makes you drink the thing for the Junimos, you like, he goes away and you just look around and see a book and you're like, this is mine now. Or I don't know, maybe you see a book with like the Junimos written in them and you pick it up to read it, and then he comes back and you just frantically, I don't know, you forget to put it back or something and you're like, you still have the book. I don't know. It's just... I don't think he'd actually drop it or anything. It could be that the Junimo just snatch it and give it to you. Like... I'm gonna try Disco of Gold. Okay, so... Okay, that killed me, but it didn't start a thing. I thought getting gold was supposed to start a gold fever. Well, at least the gold coins will heal me a little bit now. Oh, okay, so I need a bigger bag for the gold fever to start. That makes sense. Bunny wings again. Still looking for that other gun. You could combine this with the thing that'll damage enemies when you heal. That could be kind of strong, but we're not healing for that much, so... I don't want to get some damaging on the group, but I need to turn around to do that. My main damaging weapon is my knives. Don't want any of these. Am I gonna banish? I'm gonna banish the armor. We banish the Boom Tracer. We're going to make a lot of money through this. And even with all that healing, I'm still kinda... Oh, I don't want any of this. I really like the other gun. Like a lot. There we go. I actually can't stand here. Okay, we got one chest. We'll just nab it now. Okay, finally we got the book upgrades. And we are going to wait with the other one because we don't have anything else we can upgrade because we don't have the hollow heart for the whip yet. I thought of that too, and I could give you a rundown of the whole idea and also the hows and whys. I'd love to hear if you want to share. I like talking about Stardew stuff. So our next objective is getting the hollow hearts and then grabbing the other chest and getting the whip upgraded. For once it listens. So now we're going to grab that chest over there. And it gave us the whip. It's being a good game for some reason. It's being kind and nice and well adjusted. Strange. Upgrade the hollow heart. Now we're gonna try and get the guns upgraded and then get a chest for that. And then we need to find the burb after that. Beach home. Okay, getting a little too eager to attack me. Don't want a duplicator. Another gold fever. Get some health back by gaining gold. Could really use more firepower, just in not my forward direction. I don't want to constantly have to turn around to damage the big group behind me. I mean, I can like skirt on the edges to have my book do some of the work. But it doesn't do that much damage. Gun. Need to keep in mind my whip. Probably my other main damaging. Need to get in position for it. And this is getting a little, I don't know, out of control. We're leveling kind of slowly, really. Let's not have them surround us. Burb. Let's get him all ready for when his friendo shows up. Yes. There we go. We are not gonna grab the chest yet. We wanna wait till we have this high enough. We be getting chests kinda slowly, so. I'm glad we got the crown, because we are not gaining levels that quick. The other death has shown up now, from the tower level. So we got green death, and then now we have blue death, and the next one will probably be the red guy. And I'd really like my gun to be leveling up game. Okay, let's see what is Hugh saying. Pause for a second. Basically, you find the book in his basement. He's always in his tower, and it's the one place in his home you could conceivably take something from without him seeing you do it. You still need to get 4 hearts with him, ensuring that there's a bit of delay before you can get started. However, the book is also sealed with a lock, like a proper overpriced diary. So before you can begin, you must bust the lock. There are 2 ways of doing so. Pay Clint to do it, requires you to lie to him about where you found it, because he's not willingly messing with stolen goods from a wizard. Yeah, he's a bit of a... He's not that smart, but he's not that dumb. Or get 5 hearts with the dwarf and they'll do it for free just because you're bros and they've got no qualms about theft. That still would definitely put a little bit of delay in when you can get started on the magics. Considering the dwarf is definitely like you need to have done basically all of the mines to get all of the scrolls, and you've got to have gotten lucky. Clint, I guess, is the easier option, Getting 4 hearts with the wizard also would require... I mean, it isn't that slow, but it requires definitely going out of your way to go to him. Okay, nice amount of health. We got the bird up with 1 gun. In. Yeah, you... blah, blah, blah. All you gotta do when talking to Clint is say, I found this in the mines opposed to I stole it from the wizard. Just if you want to be dumb about the dialogue options. Yeah, fair. What you could do is that if Clint has high enough, like, friendship with you, the dwarf is more of an emergency solution if you bork it. Could be if you have high enough friendship with Clint, like if you help him with Emily, that he'll bust the lock for you also. That you get like a second option if you bork it. That way it's like, okay, as long as he doesn't find out and because she helped me here, I'll do it. That would work too. He's just like, I trust your judgment on this. It'll probably work out. Yeah. Oh, they are very hurty. You know, the gold fever thing and the healing from gold? I think this is what's been keeping me alive. Almost got the guns up. Oh dear, that doesn't look good. Hopefully, it'll give me the upgraded guns the moment I get that chest. I need it badly. We are starting to get in quite a pickle here. Okay, guns. Now we need to get to the chest without dying. That's a lot of red skellies. Come on, nap. Ooh, triple. Anyway, this turns the book into a furniture object that you can use to study, craft magic items and learn spells. Then when you reach a high enough level in the magic skill, there's nothing more to learn. The wizard sends you a fake letter that he wants to speak to you. Like, hey, I figured out she's got my book. We don't want any of this. I'm going to banish the attractor because I know for certain I don't want that, and I don't want the option anymore. The next goal, getting the Peachone. Interestingly, it doesn't last, like the lasers don't last as long. Visiting his tower then causes him to confront you about stealing the book, him saying he knew about it from the start, but he reserved judgment because he's got a good feeling about you and by getting far enough dramatic so that you've proven him right on that. That's quite fair. Him? Like, he could have also just been, you know, I don't trust anyone who steals to get magic. And so whilst you're still not too powerful for me, proceed to zap. What's going on here? Will's telling me about his mod idea for Stardew. Also, I'm playing Vampire Survivors, and we're looking for the Peachone. It's not giving us the option. We don't really want the Shadow Pinion or the Wings. For one, we want to get the Peachone, and secondly, I'm still kind of hoping to get the Song of Mana. Like, I mean, technically, I kind of want the... Like, once I get the Peachone, and combine them, I'll have one slot left, and I can get one more weapon. I could get the Song of Mana and then maybe the Skull if I'm lucky. I don't know if I have enough time for that. Or I get the Pentagram. He's impressed with your aptitude and offers to tutor you, allowing you to advance further in the skill because the book only has the basic, which is why it's locked in the first place. The wizard doesn't need to check it that often since he knows it already, on the condition that you don't steal from him again. I understood Pigeon. It sounds cool. He'll probably add some sort of penalty like a friendship loss or that some additional restrictions apply once he starts tutoring you. Yeah. You could also, you could add that you can get it started by stealing the book, and that being a strong option, or you could, technically if you get to level 10, then you can get started in magics without having to steal, but it would just not be the recommended route. Am I going to banish one of these? No, I'm gonna skip. Don't want any of this. I'm gonna banish Lightning Ring. I think I will. That's our banishes used up. Now we have to use our skips and rerolls. I'd really like to get the other bird. Yeah, I'll probably do something like that, and I still might change my mind, although I would much prefer an early game introduction that doesn't require you to antagonize the wizard. Yeah. This is all late stage stuff anyways. The important part is the mechanical aspect. The story bits come last. Yeah. Yeah, that's entirely fair. Yeah, maybe you could get started in very simple magic through the Junimo. Where you just have to bring them stuff, just like all the other bundles, but one of the bundles is now a magic bundle. And that's your introduction to gathering items for magic. Again, we're looking for the burp. I don't really want to take any other option. Because either I find the skull and I go Song of Mana route, in which case I still want to combine the burps first. Or I get something else. I really want to... Oh dear, they're hurting me. I need to get... Oh, ouch, ouchie, ouchie. In this board. Thing is, I need to turn around to tin it. I'm going to take this chest because I got multiple going on and I just need to have things. Oh, Arcana leveled up. Bolts of Pearls. I don't need bouncing here. I think I'm gonna get the Sarah Band of Healing because I got the whip and I got the golden thing which heals me too. So stuff should be damaged as long as I'm healing. You know what? I forgot about them. I was so fixated on the wizard, I forgot about the magical squishies that have a strange affinity for you. That could be how you prove yourself to the wizard without maxing your friendship or getting his ink. See, that's why I ramble about my ideas. Sometimes people make me realize how to improve them. Yeah, and the Junimo are the ways you like first get to know the wizard anyways, because he's like, I've been studying them, but they don't tell me anything. But for some reason, they like you. And then he gives you. Oh, it's giving me the Song of Mana. Do we take it now and just forgo the burp? We really want to try and get that burp though. We're gonna wait. I really want to get the bird combination because I'm gonna need that firepower real bad. Like, please game, give me burp. That's not what I want, game. I do want that, but I really want to get the bird first. I'm gonna reroll. We have one more chance. And we're already 25 minutes in, which means we don't have long to get this figured out. Do we skip and risk it? Or do we take the pentagram and just try and get that? Let's gamble. Like last time, let's gamble. It'd be a horrible idea because the next thing it gives me, if it's not going to be anything I want, I'm going to be very sad. And we're also going to be in quite a lot of trouble. And we're in trouble. Oh no. Oh, that's bad. That's really not good. Flip. I guess we can take the fire wand and the spinach. Oh, that's not what you wanted. That's not what we wanted at all. At all. We could also take the Fumarola, which will give us another chance to get the birds, and then gives us another chance to get the pentagram going. It'll just yeah, let's do that. Let's give us try saber through that. Not what we were hoping for. Oh, we got a lot of big skellies. Oh, this is not good. We really need to level up and get that peach home quickly. At least we have a lot of gold. Oh, it's sending us more scalp. Come on, I really need that bird. And I need that bird quick, because I also need to level it up before I can combine it. We have 3 minutes left to do it. That's not enough. We need to get them. Finally! Might be too late. But we're gonna try, because we still need to get it to level 8. And then we need to upgrade it with the other birds. And then we'll have a spot left. And we have only 2 minutes to do it. That's not enough. We're gonna just grab the other chest. Just to get things going on their way. If it's a triple, that'd be never mind. Another chest below us, which I kinda wanna save. We need to level up. I think fast. We're just not killing enough things. Oh, careful. They're hurty. They're hurty. Very hurty. I'm glad I didn't take that skull, because I don't think we would have lived, because they're all very strong now. Yeah, having a pentagram would have been real nice right about now, but I really wanted to get the birds in. Now I don't know if we're gonna be able to even upgrade it. I should have probably just taken the pentagram. Do I take that chest? Actually, yes, we're gonna take that right to flip now. I was hoping for bird, but you know, healing right now, it just healed through the damage. Bad either. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. We are not going to achieve our builds. I don't think so, but if we can live to the 30-minute mark, that's at least something. It's a shame that we couldn't get this guy to level 99, because that was the other goal. Again, we even have the crown too, but we're just not killing things fast enough. Okay, you know what? Never mind. We might not reach the 30-minute mark, because they are faster than us and they're slowly killing us. We're taking this now. Just save us. Please. We're gonna reach the 30-minute mark, I think. Barely. But we're not reaching the level 99 mark with this guy, so we're gonna have to do that again with this guy. Maybe in some other... Okay, no, never mind. Ah, don't die, don't die, don't die just yet. Just a couple more seconds to go. Come on. Okay, there we go. Oh. We live for 5 seconds, and then we die. And that's okay. Oh, we got another revive. Gold rush. He said no gold for you. Gold rush. He was not amused. At least we survived 30 minutes in the bone zone. Yeah, we didn't have enough damage output here. We just didn't. Kinda wanna try that again. But we need to evolve the Song of Mana. I still need to survive, reach level 99 with him. And we don't need to do it in the bone zone, so I might actually just choose a different zone for that. And we got another unlocked stake. So we're gonna get, let's give him another shot. We need to reach level 99. We're not gonna do that in the bone zone, because that was just not... we could go Green Acres. We do have 30 minutes. We go Gallow Tower. Haven't done Dairy Plant in a while. Who gets the most gold bonus? Tower gives the most gold bonus. We're not gonna do Hurry because we're gonna need our 30 minutes to get him up there. So let's give him another shot. I think we can do this. I think our strategy was solid. It was just the bone zone is really hard. We're gonna try Slash again, and I think this time we're gonna go for the axe. I don't really like the knife as a weapon. It is good for making your way through like hordes if you're getting stuck, because it's a front. Like, you need to turn around to fight it. We're not gonna take the pentagram this early on. I'm going to banish the Centaur. We don't want that. And we are going to go for our gun bird combo. Or at least our gun combo. Because I really like the gun. If I could get the Song of Mana going, that would be swell too. It's too early for a pentagram. The Rune Tracer here is pretty good. Generates damaging zones when moving, strikes when stopping. We could also do the Shadow Pinion. We're gonna go Rune Tracer. And hopefully the next thing they give us is the guns. We are going for the axe, so we'll take the Candelabrador. Now we don't want to take too many more, so I think we're gonna forgo the birds. Take this as fast as we can. Have the solution. And we'll just go with the guns. And the gun, combine, and we have 3 left. One of those is the axe, then we'd have 2 left. We'd want the Song of Mana and the pentagram. So that's what we do. So we're gonna go guns, we're not gonna go burbs. Get the axe while we find it, because we don't like being locked out of our options. Now the pentagram really helps with leveling, you also kind of want to wait with it until you've got a working build. Yeah, if we find the crown, we are going to take it. We want to get this guy level 99. A little bit of help is not going to hurt. The Rune Tracer is so nice in this, in anything where it area where it can bounce off walls. We're going to upgrade the axe first, because that's what we got the Arcana for. Well, we already got a fire thrower in our right. That's gonna be our emergency item pile. Is there anything on the map that we want to nab? As our 7th item, we might want to grab this. I don't want to get the books, but just the duration increase is nice. We could take the one above us, because we do want that for sure. So we could have that without needing to use a level on that, because we want to upgrade the knife. Or technically we could upgrade the knife last. We could have 8 items, but that would be a lot to level. In which case we'd have to fill it up, because we want the tiramisu. We'd want the crown. We could take the spinach and the skull. So that would be 6. So tiramisu, spinach. No, tiramisu, skull, spinach. That'd be 3. We need the 4th, which we could be the empty dome. Right, crown, spinach, skull, empty dome. Then we could take the race as the 7th for the knife, and the item at the bottom as the 8th. We want to get really hoardy. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll wait a little with that. We'll go with the Rune Tracer in that case. So we're gonna assume that we'll actually wait with leveling up the knife, like upgrading it. We want to get the Song of Mana. We need to get that skull. We're just gonna get a bunch of other items. All the items. And then the pentagram will hopefully help us level. We need to get a solid enough build first. I'd like to get the guns at least. We're not going to take the bracer yet, because we are going to take that at our 7th. We're going to try and make that work. We're going to wait for that. So we really want the crown, and we want the 2 guns. And then we'd like the Song of Mana and the skull. We combine the guns and we get the pentagram. Otherwise we could get the 2 guns and then we get the pentagram. And then we do the Song of Mana last. Depending on which order we get in. Just want to make sure we don't get locked out for a gun combination. I think we are just gonna take the chest now, because none of our things are close enough to leveling. It's worth keeping it around. Some armor. Then we want to take the clover, so we're gonna try and fill us up. Getting lucky is nice for the pentagram. So we do crown, clover, skull, tiramisu. Right? Okay, so tiramisu. We do crown, tiramisu, skull, spinach. Luck or damn? Let's go luck. It'll give us more options, which we're gonna need if we want to pull this off. Got a wizard that's like not too keen on us being here. Hoping to find the guns and the crown. I think next would be the most important. We were not going to go Peachone. Stone mask for extra coinage would be nice too. We still need to tiramisu. The skulls. Tiramisu, skull, and crown, so we don't have space for it. So we're not gonna take that. Ooh, Song of Mana. So we are going to take that now and we'll still have space for both of the guns. So we're gonna go Song of Mana first before we do the pentagram. The pentagram, I guess, will be the last thing. Which is a little bit of a shame, because it would help with leveling. But technically, as long as we have the guns combined, there could be other stuff we can level. But yeah, the Song of Mana we don't find often, so we're just gonna grab that now. Because one of the other unlocks we need is to have the Song of Mana upgraded, so having that gained is pretty important. Don't want any of these. I would really like to find the crown right about now to help get this be gaining up. Pentagram, nope. I'm gonna go with the axe. Go for the knife. Oh, I did not grab that yet. Guess it decided for us that the knife had to be level 8. I never noticed that the Rune Tracer has different colors. I recall it being just one color, but it seems to be multiple colors now it goes out. Maybe they changed that. I like how it looks. I recall it being just grey. We're just gonna walk straight through the dragons. There we go, crown. The Tiramisu is something we also want, but the crown is more important so we can actually get this leveling up quicker, because we wanna we're on a limited time here. If we don't get this ball rolling quickly, we're gonna have a problem. And that's why getting the pentagram would have been nice with the crown, because it does allow you to get XP quite quickly once you pull it eventually. Okay, done. Now just the other one, and at least we have that locked in. We need to get the Tirakisu. I'm gonna grab that now, actually. And the skull. And once we have the Tirakisu and the skull, then we can head up and grab the bracer for the knife. It is quite a wide ways away, so we might want to head up now instead of standing around. So we'll head up and then down. Careful not to get damaged too much. And I do need to keep gathering XP. It's very important that I keep grabbing stuff. We got that ghosties now, which give a lot of... we can go through quite easily. Crown, most important. That we make the process of leveling up faster. Oh, did not mean to grab that yet. Oh well, it's okay. Both the Song of Mana and the Axe is pretty good in the tower, because both are like vertical damaging moves. I don't want any of this. We're going to banish the cat. We're not going to grab the cat. I don't like the cat. It's a really, honestly, kind of annoying weapon. Okay, the other gun, that's good. We would do the crown, but getting the other gun is more important. Now we have both guns. We don't have to worry about getting the wrong option. Okay, we are starting to lack in the strength department. So I think what we want to do is we probably want to get the axe upgraded first. Okay, good. Tirakisu, that's important. So now we just need the skull and then we can grab the bracer for the knife. We do want the crown over the axe. Like, it's important. We probably want to get the axe upgraded first. We have an ultimate weapon. Then we'll start working on the guns. And directly after we've done the guns, we'll do the pentagram, and that'll help us level up everything else. And the crown is our second priority because it'll just speed up leveling up. Oh, I did not mean to grab that yet. Dang it. I gotta stop doing that. I'm just so close to the enemies that I just accidentally grab it whilst moving about. Yeah. I'm gonna just casually work our way up, slowly. We're nearby once we get the thing we want. Yeah, we do axe first. We're gonna focus on the second. I haven't seen this game in a minute. I played every Thursday. It's really fun. Also, hello. Hello, Pariah. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Okay, we got our swirly dragons. We got a glowy bat. This time we want to kill it without picking up the thing. We got our axe. If we do kill it now, we can pick it up because we do want that axe upgraded. We're not going to take the bracer yet. We want the skull and then we're going to take the bracer as an item to get it as our 7th. Because we are greedy. I really need to rebrand as a dragon. Just increase my hoard in every single game I have. It's like, no, I want all the shinies and I want all the items. And all your stuff belongs to me now. And I like being an owl. I am, same to you, this game's super addictive, but I never got far, not the best player at all. Yeah, it is very addictive, but you can, thank you. I do, like, I'm trying to get all the unlocks, and I think there's more secrets still. Because I know you can kill the Reaper at the end somehow. Haven't figured out how yet. I got told by the names brain. I got told the secret code, which I didn't know about, by brain. What's their name again? Don't forget about the secret code. It can only scroll up so much. Oh, I feel bad now. The name, brain. Secret code for secret unlock. Don't feel bad. Yeah. There's too many things at once. We're going to take the gun, because we want guns first, axe, and then gun combine, and then we want to go rush the pentagram. That'll help us level up everything else, because we need to get this guy to level 9. He keeps slaying Luna. Aw. Hopefully this will give us the... it gave us an Arcana. I mean, Arcanas are nice too. Boogaloo Evolutions. Let's not risk that right now. I guess we'll go with Awake. I don't really want to reroll this, so we'll just get... I have not seen Arcana. What the fuck is that? Well, you have to find the Arcana thing and then you get Arcanas. Is that a super item or something? It's, once you find the item, like there's certain levels where there's hidden items that'll allow you to get more things, and Arcana is one of them. I think actually you find it on this level if you go up. It's just a deck of cards, and from that point on you can unlock Arcanas. Just like you can find the map to get the map. Like, see stuff. And if you interact with the merchant for the first time, you can get the merchant in other areas. If you buy a certain thing from him. Yeah, hopefully we find that skull. So I don't really want things to get harder. I think we'll be fine. And if we did get that, we can get the bracer. Keep moseying up. Up we go. I should probably try this game again soon. Yeah, it's got a lot of updates. It's probably got more updates that I don't even know about. Gun. Gonna do a freezy. Ooh. This is not gonna be our item hoard, so I'm kind of tempted to grab that fire throwy now. We can just hang about here for a little. We still have a little ways left though. We grab that now? Yes. Again, not gonna take that yet. We'll take the clover actually. Try and get as much XP as possible through this. We find skull. Also get another chest out of this guy, hopefully for our axe. We need skull, grab bracer, head back down. Got a chest. Luckily we got a lot of armor. Nice. It dies quick. Okay, yes, we got the axe done. That will help. Keep working on guns. Still need 1 level in the crown, that would be nice. Help speed up this process. Skull's kinda rare, so we gotta be lucky to find that. You make it look so easy too. I'm like, holy cow, how? Well, I did a lot of the upgrades, so that does help with survivability. And also depends on the level. Like in the bone zone I was having significant trouble. Yeah, once you get a good synergy going, you can melt things. It's really satisfying once you get the synergy. On the guns, okay, crown, important. Guns, okay, nice. Guess we'll take the rune tracer. The next objective, after we combine the guns, we'll have a slot free, is getting the pentagram and getting that to Gorgeous Moon stage. Again, we don't want the bracer yet, we want to find the skull and then grab this. Singing The Hills Are Alive, the sound of Luna. Huh? Hills Are Alive. Don't know that song. That's true, I think I did the forest or grass area and the library. Ah, yeah, this is 2 levels after that. I guess it's been a real while since you played. Guess we'll go with the rune tracer again. Don't particularly want that leveled up, but take it. We got another chest, we're gonna keep that where it is and save it. We still have a ways to go on the guns. I just don't wanna... Okay, rune tracer. We don't want the bracer, we want the skull, and then we'll grab our own bracer from up there. We've got a time stoppy. Don't really need it yet. Guess we'll just leave a trail of items for when we go back down. It's from The Sound of Music. Yeah, and terrible. Just as long as you're having fun. Gotta take care of stuff in the background. Have a nice lurk. Also, and good morning, Luna. Good morning, Ice. Glad to see you. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Oh, we got a collecty. It's now. Come on, give me the thing I need. It's not giving me the thing. We're starting to get them slightly melty, but not quite there yet. Ah. 15 minutes challenge. That guy over there slowing us down, jerk. Need to get him. Get here, you. Quite a toughie. Firing my knives directly at him. He's still there. Continue collecting stuff. Again, gonna grab this ourselves. This will upgrade the Song of Mana. Really like to find that skull. Come on, please be nice. I'll take the guns though, that'll be nice. We need 1 more guns. There we go. We do need these guns, but yes, this is more important than the guns. Okay, so we got the guns, we can combine them now, that's very important. We got the Song of Mana, so we're gonna go up, we're gonna grab their 7 item. And then we're gonna go down, but first we're gonna grab this. Ooh. We got the Mana Gia, Evolved Song of Mana. That's important. I was hoping to combine the guns, but we at least got this thing. Are you trying to 100% this bullet hell of a game? Yes. Yes, I am. Let's go. We go up now because we're on a mission. Ooh, it's got circles now. Neat. We're not stopping for anything or anyone. There we go. Crap. That was all. Goodbye, ladies, gentlemen. Friends and foes. Mainly foes. So we'll grab this on our way down because we can come up here again. We have our guns combined, which means now we are looking for the pentagram. It's gonna be tricky because the moment we grab it, it's going to raise everything on screen. So we gotta be careful. We'll level up the bracer first. We don't particularly want to level up the skull. It's just that we're going to have to. Like, it's going to level itself up. I guess it makes sense that the Song of Mana would do that. Okay, there we go. Pentagram. Raised everything. So we want to make sure we got it high level before we head down and get our chests into the viewport. Okay, we got lucky there. Does help putting the clover. Yeah, now we've got the skull, things are significantly stronger. Song of Mana is strong. It makes sense that it would combine with that thing, which makes everything more difficult, but geez, if I didn't have that armor... Problem. Yeah, this is not ideal. They're hurting quite badly. I'm just scared of getting too close to the chest and the Song of Mana erasing it. But I could use my emergency item stash right about now. This is not looking so good. Oh dear. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Got lucky there. We need health. Okay, we got a little big guy there, which might drop a chest, in which case we'll grab that immediately because we don't want the pentagram to erase. Okay. Cool. Yes, we got lucky. Almost. And 2 more levels. Stay alive. 1 more level. We can grab the chest and hopefully get it immediately upgraded. And get out of this rather perilous health situation. Oh, good luck. Thank you. Health. Don't go off, pentagram. Okay, good, good. Aha! Gave us the upgraded rune tracer, which is also something we needed. Which is good that we got it now, because then it doesn't accidentally give us that one we wanted, the pentagram. Okay, didn't erase, that's good for us. Now we're going to rush down and grab the other chest. The upgraded rune tracer is certainly helping, because we have bounties, we need that health. Oh yeah, it's all coming together now. The rune tracer is so nice in stages where it has placed to bounce stuff off. I'm gonna just grab everything in our way because we are going to head to our emergency storage. Okay, that's not the thing I wanted upgraded. That's okay though, we have another chest, so we'll get another try. As long as the pentagram doesn't go off and erase it. But please, game, be nice. How much space? I'm nearly there. Come on. Okay, we got it. Give me the thing. Okay, we're good, we're safe. So now we got the skull all the way up, which we generally don't actually want because it's gonna make things harder. So we got everything. We don't got birds, that's okay. We could head further down and grab this to make it our 8th item, and I'm actually tempted to do so, but before we do that, we're actually... Yeah, we're gonna grab this chest because it doesn't matter, we're probably going to be able to upgrade the Vespers as is. We're going to head down again, or head one direction, we're just gonna walk. Oh, that's my timer. I'm gonna have to enjoy this moment of melting everything, because it's not gonna last very long. Because we have these skull... Ooh. Oh yeah, this was our actual emergency item storage. It was near our merchant. Because the enemies are just going to get stronger because of the level, and of course the skull makes them have increased health and things too. Is it raining where you are? Nope. The sky is a little dark and it rained a little ago, but currently no. An Arcana. We're going to take Disco of Gold. Because gold! Oh, we gotta be careful. They did damage us a little there. If we could find the gold back on the ground, that would be swell. Also getting a little... Still have quite a ways to go. We need to keep on walking. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh jeez. We actually quite need that item. Okay. This and this will help. I'll take some floor chicken. We are going to take this chest. We have our 20-minute challenge. Okay, we're here. The Spellbinder, which increases duration of weapon effects, which is gonna help us, and then we're going to head back up to our emergency items storage. And for Gold Rush. I'm not killing fast enough to make it last very long. Having everything on the way up, because we're not going to come back here. We got the chickens now, we're almost there. Careful. Let's start another gold rush. So will also help us heal. Ooh, yes please. Okay, we got a big chicken after us. Okay, we're near our... Yes, this is where we are going to have our fight. Oh, no, don't die. Don't die. Ooh, that was close. That's our emergency item section. Luna, your character looks what I would imagine a major celebrity has to go to trying to keep hordes of fans of them. Yeah, only in this case the hordes of fans are chickens. Very... well, actually they're cockatrices, but they're very angry chickens. Gonna grab this now. Gives us health, because money gives us health now. Very nice. Start them with a gold rush. We're actually kind of under killing speed because we can't make the gold rush last. It's kind of concerning considering we don't have anything we can upgrade anymore. This is it. This is as strong as we're going to get. You know, that's pretty strong. It is not quite melty strong, which I think is very much the skulls doing. We got 8 extra items. We could technically go with the like if we could have had the reduction in cooldown and the spinach, that would have been great. But yeah, honestly, these are very powerful weapons. Let's start them with our gold rush. And the gold rush really does not, or gold fever doesn't last very long. Oh, we got big crab. Gotta be careful. Oh, we don't need to grab that, but we'll take it. Just want to make sure we move up and down, so we have a lot of candelabra spawn in that we destroy for items. I also want to be sure that we don't touch the crab. Do we start another gold fever? Yes. Go away, crab. Okay, now because we got all these tiny skulls that we can kill very fast, we're actually making it last. There's Blue Death over there, or the Blue Reaper. So, crab is still following us. Yeah, the small skulls at least aren't too damaging yet. So we could probably heal through much of our damage. Like, look at how much health we're getting. Imagine if we had the gold mask on top of all of this. With gold fever, like, from healing from gold. Okay. And now it stopped because we can't damage them fast enough. Big sad. Ah! No, Krabby, go away. Leave me. Ah! Okay, we're gonna use an emergency item. Food. Kinda want to save the time stoppies for death, but able to use them now is important because we actually want to last till then. I'm gonna grab this now. Okay, we'll take this now. I love gold! Yes. We got an attract orb there. Another thing we might wanna... We're gonna try and stay here a little, but we're getting a little too close. Okay, we got a big guy. Wanna do this now. Grab them all. Fire. We're healing through some of our damage, but we aren't killing fast enough to keep the gold fever up, which is really a shame. We got another chest at least. Multiple golds, which also heal. I'll grab this now, because we have the Gorgeous Moon going off and it should stretch the gold fever. Honestly, we're just not killing fast enough. That's really a shame. We want to try and get more emergency items stacked up. Preferably. Got some chicken there, that'll help. We can't really move as much as we want. Like, I need to head down, but oh gosh. And core. Okay, got another stack of emergency here. Oh, I did not need to grab. Guess we're taking it now. Ah. Taking this now. Heal. If we had the other Arcana that damages enemies as we heal, that would have been really nice too. Combined with the gold thing. Actually gonna activate this because we might get items from these candelabras. Even though it's technically a trap. So we kinda used up all our emergency item sections. Which I hoped to have kept for when the Grim Reapers came. But this is technically what the emergency items are for. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Food, food, food. Not killing fast enough. Food, 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 food. Okay, we got a flamethrower. Merchant just is standing there watching like, Want some stuff? Rush. Or cold fever. We can't really kill fast enough to keep it up. Without the armor, we would have been kinda gonzoed. The only okay, there we go. We lasted till 30 minutes. Yuna's first world problems. We're not killing fast enough. I wish I could get him stuck, but he's just on me too much. I can't. Like I need to freeze him. We've got a lot of revives because of the Arcana. We don't have any freezies left because we used them all in the emergencies. That's okay. We reached level 99 and we evolved the Song of Mana. So we got the Iron Blue Will Arcana. Let's see. No Future had a lot of DPS. That makes sense because of the we're dead, but we're alive, but we're dead, but we're alive, we're dead, but we're alive, but we're dead, but we're alive. Yeah. I felt like it would be a bit much to repeat it again. That's basically it. Surprisingly, the Manijana didn't do as much. I had a feeling the Song of Mana without it actually did more a while ago. It might also depend on what like support items we have. Yeah, the No Future makes sense because it can bounce. The Gorgeous Moon didn't do as much. You basically want something that reduces cooldown for that. The 1000 Edge I don't really like. It did well, but it's just having to aim it is kind of annoying. The Peter actually did very well. Yeah. We got that unlocked. We don't have enough time to do another run. But we have 4 more to go. Reaching level 100 at Yata Calvano with Bianca and Sol. So we gotta go with the doggo. Again. Yeah, Giovanna, Yata, Bianca, Osol. Osol, Doggo, Giovanna, that's Cat Lady, Yata. Yata Calvano, that's him. We can unlock him now. He's... Oh, he's the one that gets the cherry bomb. And Bianca Ramba, who is the one with these guys. Gets more protected every 20 levels. So these all have the same boosty. They gain might. Who else? Didn't you experience? Yeah, so all these guys all have the same. They could just get extra projectiles. There's all the characters unlocked? Yep, I think so. This is the secret one I needed to fill in the code for. Yeah, so we gotta go with, I think, these guys we need to get to level 99 and Osol, so all these four. Or that looks like Alucard from Symphony of the Night. Yeah. I mean, this game is, style is definitely very much inspired by that. I mean, your first guy is a guy with a whip. And then the way the axes move is definitely similar to Castlevania, like the games. So it's definitely like it's got those old-timey inspirations. Yeah, for now we are not gonna have enough time. Have you played Symphony of the Night, Luna? No, I have not. I think I know which game it is, vaguely, but yeah, it's not something I have played. Or any of the Castlevania. I have not played any of the Castlevania games. Yeah, one of the reasons I can last so long is because I got everything leveled up except the curse, because the curse makes things more difficult. You do need to play a couple levels with the curse, but because it allows you to refund power-ups, I just removed it again. It's really nice that this is free. I like that, because then you can redo some of the things. I'm still missing some stuff in my collection, I guess, because I haven't played with the other guys. Yeah. I think it's almost lunchtime. So for one, we're going to wait out of the game. And we're going to head to the lounge. Yep, I was right. Lunchtime. Equal to get our timer going. Able to open that up. I knew one of those things I keep forgetting. For some reason, everything in my sources is made super small. I don't know what changed, but I cannot read the text. Luckily, I know what is. I don't know why OBS decided, yes, smallify. You're gonna need a magnifying glass this time. Oh. Sound. Go. Have a nice lunch, Luna. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna lunch. I'll be back when the timer runs out. I'm gonna change the title. Lunch break. And I'm gonna change the category to RimWorlds because that's what we're going to do next. Time for more ads? Yes. Because Twitch, either Twitch does it itself and you guys don't get a choice, or I do it when nothing is happening. So yeah, I go eat some lunch, you guys do whatever you guys go do. If there's any weird ads you get, do tell me about it when I get back, because, man, ads just have some... They get really strange. In sometimes painful, cringy ways. It's like, oh no, you didn't just do that. But yeah, for now, lunchtime. I'll see you all when the timer runs out. Bye bye.